Big Bear Mountain is the newest ride to open up at Dollywood, and I rode it the first day I could with pass holder preview, and I've ridden it several times since, and I just don't get the love of this ride. Let me start with saying this ride is better than I thought it was going to be when it got unveiled, and it's a solid family coaster. If you're looking for a solid family coaster, this fits that bill, and I'm not taking anything away from that. But I just can't connect with this ride, and let me explain why and answer some of the feedback that you guys have put in the comment section. This ride isn't meant for you, it's meant for families, is a comment I've heard several times. And to that I say, I have a family, I have kids that I want to experience these coasters, but Dollywood didn't need this ride. Yes, Dollywood is a family park, and they cater to the family audience, which is why they decided to go with a family coaster, in my opinion, but they didn't need another family ride, especially where they put it, where there's three very close to each other between Fire Chaser Express and Dragon Flyers. Every ride does not need to be Steel Vengeance and Velocicoaster is another thing I've heard. And as much as I wish every ride was to that caliber, I completely understand that every ride doesn't need to be that and it shouldn't be that way. However, for the largest investment in the park's history, it should be more than a family ride that I've heard people say is slightly better or slightly worse than the other two family coasters in close proximity to it. It is the biggest single investment Dollywood has ever made, and it's the longest coaster in Dollywood's history, and it should be a top-tier marquee attraction. That doesn't mean it can't be a family ride, and if that's what Dollywood is insistent upon, I personally would have made it a B&M Hyper or Giga Coaster because those appeal to the general public and are fun enthusiast rides. I do think that's down the road, back where Slidewinder used to be. Along those lines, if Dollywood wanted to make it a family coaster, it should be incredibly themed for this price tag. When you make this big of an investment, themes should just be oozing all over the place. It's the biggest reason, as a side tangent, why I can't stand Seven Dwarfs, because the theming just really isn't that great and what I would expect from Disney at Magic Kingdom, but I digress. As for Big Bear, the entire land should be a takeover, a themed mecca, if you will, for the wilderness. And the ride, the story, being along with it for the search and find a Big Bear should just be everywhere and entice you into the ride. Hagrid's at Universal is a family coaster that's fantastic because of the attention to detail, the incredible story, and the just phenomenal theming that goes along with it. I'm not saying Big Bear needs to reach the theming of Hagrid's. That price tag is a whole nother level. But what I'm saying is it should be at least what looks like the level of theming of the new ride Fire in the Hole, in which I will be doing a video on in the future at Silver Dollar City, where it looks like it's a 5-story indoor building and it looks like it's going to be incredibly themed, and that's going to be a family coaster. And that's the same company. I just think for the amount of money that was spent on this ride, the decisions that were made, and the fact that it doesn't really differentiate itself from the other two rides in any meaningful way, even though I do think it's slightly better than Fire Chase Express, I think this was the wrong ride to put in at the wrong place and time for the park. And to top it off, the amount of detail that was given to it, or I should say lack of detail given to it and lack of theming, just makes it where you just kind of put another family coaster in and you said, here's a waterfall. Once again, it's a solid family ride and it will get plenty of riders. It adds to an already incredible kid section, but for that price tag, I expect more. And I just honestly think that's why I can't get my arms around Big Bear. Let me know if you're still thinking I'm crazy for this opinion in the comment section below. A like, a comment, a share, subscribe, all of those are appreciated. And thanks for watching.